doesn't look good. I'm gonna go check it out. Just stay here.
I think somebody just went over.
Honey, be careful!
Hey! Anybody in there?
Oh, God.
Hey, call 911. There's a dead guy down here.
Pull some strings with the local cops. If anyone asks, we're feds.
Any special unit?
Narcotics. Hold on a second, guys. No, I doubt drugs has anything to do with what's in this body bag.
Don't you mean who?
Not so much.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, that's all that's left of one Thomas Rayburn. Sliced and diced. His wife's body was found over this way. Pattern's the same as her husband's. Cuts are uneven. Some deep, some superficial.
The attack was fierce, frenzied.
Yeah, doesn't look like she had much time to put up a fight.
Do you think we could spin this as a wild animal attack?
I don't know. There's no tracks around here, just footprints. Okay, so the way I figure it, husband and wife spot this wreck. Husband goes to investigate. When he doesn't come back, wife follows.
It was her voice we heard on the 911 call. She said her husband found a dead body.
Now, judging from the blood spatter, I'm guessing major chest wound. Steering column probably punched right through the heart.
Death would be instantaneous.
Yeah. So then where's the body? Did you get that link I emailed you, the security camera footage of that parking lot in New City?
I just finished watching it. Is the killer who I think it is?
Well, Henry's facial recognition software caught a hit, and I pulled a frame from the video.
Oh. Chad Spencer, a missing car crash victim. 24 years old and clearly very much alive. He's a trust fund baby on his 4th Ivy League tour.
Who walks away from a crash like that? Actually, what am I saying? We know a lot of people who walk away from a crash like that.
Question is, why hasn't he been in touch with his family or any of his friends?
He has. This is Darren Wilson, the other guy in the footage, reported missing 2 days ago. Darren is Chad's roommate.
From another wealthy family. And yet it's not a kidnapping scheme. There've been no ransom demands.
Okay, so what do we got? We got a dead man, walks away from a crash, becomes homicidal.
Run the data again. There's obviously a common denominator we're overlooking. See if anyone else has disappeared.
Yeah. Hey, you know, this would be a lot easier with Henry's help.
He's unavailable.
Why, again?
He's on a mission of utmost importance. I was sworn to absolute secrecy.
Wait a second. San Diego Comic-Con? That's the mission of utmost importance?
You did not hear it from me.
Where's the big guy? He's with them.
But it's one of the few places he actually blends in.
Okay, great. So they're fanboys. Working with fanboys.
Darren, what the hell? I got your text. Where have you been?
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Your parents have been calling me. They're freaking out.
Sure they have. Let's go.
What are you doing? Take it easy. Darren, just not... Chad? Holy crap.
It's nice to see you too, Laura.
Okay, but I went to your memorial service.
Yeah, it's a shame I had to miss it. I heard it was nice. Oh, it was beautiful, buddy.
Okay, you guys are really freaking me out.
Just relax. We're all friends here.
What the hell's going on?
No, that's what I wondered too at first, but then I remember that week that we had spent at that Mexican clinic.
And?
And I'm just saying. And it all made sense.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hi. Welcome to the club.
Any luck so far?
Just had a report of another missing kid.
And?
That common denominator that Magnus was looking for.
Found it?
Well, out of sheer desperation, I ran the names through the North American Security Institute.
You don't seriously think they're terrorists?
No, but check this out. The NASI also monitors customs and immigration, and it looks like all these missing kids recently spent time in Mexico.
On vacation?
Just the opposite. So they checked into a drug clinic. Very expensive, very exclusive.
Headed by the noted Viennese scientist Dr. Heinrich Baumschlager. Never heard of him.
Place is called La Casa de la Nueva Vida.
Ah, the House of New Life. And it appears to be living up to its name.
I'll tell Dr. Baumschlager you're here.
Thank you. Gracias.
Plastic.
Why do I get the feeling we're gonna sit through a timeshare pitch?
Because there's something a tad dodgy about all of this.
Yeah. Well, the crash forensics came up zilch. Right now we have nothing. None of this makes any sense.
El doctor will see you now.
On the contrary, now it makes perfect sense.
Hola, amigos. And right over here, we have our friendship lanai. It's a small, intimate space for sharing.
Nikola, we're not here for the tour.
I noticed you do seem a bit on edge. Might I suggest one of our green tea detox massages? It makes you feel 100 again.
We know what's going on here.
Well, I don't like the tone of your voice.
And we don't like being lied to, so.
Why are you people always so ready to think the worst of me? You've seen my facilities for yourself.
You don't honestly expect us to believe that you were running a detox clinic.
Yeah, you're not exactly the philanthropic type.
I never said I wasn't making a profit, but in return, I provide a public service.
I'm waiting.
Wealthy parents ship their drug-addled teenagers to me. They arrive, their poor little bodies racked by the best designer drugs trust funds can buy. It breaks your heart. But then after 1 week of my treatment, I send them home to mater and pater, completely cured of all addictions.
Whoa, 1 week?
Mm-hmm.
That's impossible.
Which part of I'm a genius aren't you getting?
Less ego, more facts, please.
All right. Do you remember that weapon I invented to combat the Cabal's super abnormals?
Yes, all too well.
This may go over your head, just try to play along. Suffice it to say, I redesigned the biotechnology core, creating a blood matrix scrubber with selective protein inhibitors.
Enough! Whatever you've done to these young people, Nikola, they're disappearing.
As in?
Something's killing them and stealing their bodies.
You don't say.
Come on, out with it. I want to hear you say the words.
All right. I may have, sort of.
Spill it, Nikola.
Turned them into vampires.
Solid.
Now, admittedly, I was too impatient with my previous experiments. They were imperfect.
They were homicidal.
Semantics. This time, it's different.
How? You would still have had to use your own blood.
Yes, but I programmed the little tyke's DNA for a time release of the vampire gene. 30 years minimum for the metamorphosis to complete.
Time release. We're talking about ancient vampire blood here. It's not cold medication.
Same principle, Junior. I thought that if I slowed down the genetic mutation, I'd sidestep the antibody rejection which was plaguing my former subjects.
Well, clearly something went wrong.
Clearly.
How many subjects did you treat here?
Oh, man. Enough to raise a little hell.
I can smell your blood.
You want to taste me?
Yummy.
Chad? You gotta see this, man. Yeah, now's not a good time.
Would you hear me out, please? So listen, I hired this hacker to break through Dr. Frankenstein's firewalls, right? And most of what we found were medical journals, records of his experiments, that kind of stuff. But then I also found this.
What is it?
It's a history of vampires, Laura, but nothing like I've ever heard before.
Well, what does it say?
Vampires were once the best and brightest race on the planet. So many of the great minds were bloodsuckers.
The humans bowed down to us? We were immortals? Kings?
King of the world. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So do I. I think it's time to rebuild the empire.
I don't know. I don't get it. I adhered to all the protocols. Have a look for yourself.
And yet the incubation period was drastically truncated.
Instant vampires.
So maybe there's some sort of environmental variable I didn't take into account.
Or like weather, or diet, lifestyle.
Death?
Death?
Death would be the last thing that an immortal would think of.
This first kid died in a car accident.
And then showed up 2 days later, alive.
Chad Spencer.
Yes, I remember him, alpha male type.
If a human, having undergone your treatment, dies...
The vampire gene would kick in. It was programmed to survive at all costs.
Okay, so Chad comes back to life and starts rounding up the other patients.
And killing them, thereby triggering their vampire genetics.
Little bastard. This was supposed to be my party. Nobody hijacks Nikola Tesla.
You guys must be high. Are you using again?
We are clean, my friend.
What's with the eyes? They don't do that on True Blood.
Look, this isn't a TV show. Okay, this is real.
So what do you think? Are you in?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't get to do spring break at the clinic like you guys did.
Well, now's your chance. Be part of the group. That is, of course, if you're up for it.
Immortality?
Yeah.
You're serious?
Well, I'm very serious. But you better be sure about it. Because there's no going back.
What do I need to do?
You just leave everything to me.
Whoa.
What's going on? Why isn't he coming back to life?
Wow. Not cool.
Oh my God. I killed him.
Look, what the hell happened?
No, I mean, I really killed him.
Look, it's not your fault, okay?
What do you mean it's not my fault? I bit him on the neck and now he's dead.
Well, it's not supposed to happen like this.
I don't get it. I mean, everyone knows that's how you make more vampires.
Yeah, well, clearly, they're wrong.
Clearly, Chad.
You know, for the superior race, we're not doing so hot.
Okay, so what do you want to do now?
This is ridiculous. Why are we trying to figure this out on our own? You know exactly who did this to us.
That doctor in Mexico.
Yeah, that's exactly where we're gonna find the answers.
Yeah, Chad, I'm starting to get a bad feeling about all this.
Are you gonna bail just because of one screw up?
That's what you call dead Steve?
Oh, come on, man, okay? Look, that quack down south did this to us. But we have a chance now to take our power back. If we nail this, there isn't anybody on Earth that could push us around anymore.
Okay. We're good.
What about you? You gonna be okay?
I've never killed anything in my life. So how can I feel so sad? And at the same time, so hungry.
We are what we are.
Hey there. How are things in the land of the 65-cent margarita?
Well, the phrase bloody awful comes to mind. We're on our way back. In the meantime, I've emailed you a list of patients who spent time at the clinic. Find out all you can about them.
Okay. Am I looking for anything in particular?
Vampires.
Come again?
Yeah, it seems Nikola's been up to his usual selfish tricks.
Oh, I'm selfish.
Shocking, I know.
Because I tried to save my race from extinction.
Because you used innocent children in a potentially deadly experiment.
There was that.
Professional jealousy.
You've no idea what you've unleashed. Ah, let me guess. This must be your graduating class.
Incredible. It worked.
You're coming with us.
But you didn't even say please.
Nikola, what the hell are you doing?
Crude yet magnificent.
Damn it.
It's an honor to welcome the source of our greatness.
You're like our own personal Obama.
What the hell are you playing at?
Look, this isn't a game. Okay, we both know that.
Don't read me the rule book, Sonny. I wrote it.
What's your problem? And this was your idea, remember?
No. The spontaneous generation of vampires, decades ahead of schedule, was not my idea. I had a plan, an intricate, ingenious design, and strange as it may sound, it did not involve you blowing away your friends and taking over. Do you have any idea what you've become?
Well, that's why you're here, to fill in the gaps for us.
Sanguine vampirus. The preeminent race on the planet. Born for greatness, bred to rule. Kings and pharaohs. There was a time when we sighed and the world trembled.
We know. We read your journal.
Look, let's just cut to the chase. Okay, you chose us not because of who we are, but because of who we'll become.
How astute.
Our parents have more money than God. And they hold positions of power and influence all over this world.
And in a few decades' time, you would have stepped into their shoes, creating a new ruling class, returning us to the old ways.
So let's bring it on. Now. And if anyone stands in our way, they'll die.
Nice. All the subtlety of brain surgery with a chainsaw.
Why wait? We're here right now.
Oh, and you think that your 24 years experience has prepped you for ruling the Earth.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you'll blow it. You've turned what was supposed to be a symphony into rock and roll. French-Canadian rock and roll.
You know, I was hoping you'd be a little bit more cooperative.
Yeah, well, life's a bitch, and then you don't die. Oh, what, we're gonna do this old school? Is that it? You're not facing Magnus. This is me. Bring it on, kiddies.
I hate them. Oh, I hate them.
Okay. Let's talk. You know, I almost broke a nail on the way down.
Should counteract the sedative we gave her during transport.
Yeah, just tell me the straps are gonna hold.
Titanium webbing. Vampire-proof.
Rise and shine.
Where am I?
I'll be asking the questions now.
And who the hell are you?
Where have your friends taken Nikola? Dr. Baumschlager.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I don't have time to play games.
You know, Chad's not gonna be cool with this. If he finds out where you're holding me, he's gonna whip some serious vamp action on your ass.
You have no idea what you've become. Insolence will only make things worse.
Yeah? Why don't you bite me, you bitch?
Why don't you go get an Earl Grey and let me take a shot?
Hey, cute boy.
Ow! This is unconscionable even by my standards.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do it the easy way. You forced my hand.
So you steal my equipment, my research, my blood. Hey, Biff.
Darren.
Whatever. Take it easy with the centrifuge, please. It's not a toy.
I'm just following your notes.
It's not paint by numbers. It's a highly sophisticated biochemical process.
Huh.
Does this chump even know what he's doing?
Well, looking through your data, I saw that you were able to create a single strand of recombinant DNA based on your vampiric genetic pattern. Then, using a restriction endonuclease, you were able to cleave the DNA strands onto chromosomes number 4, 7, and 8 sequentially. You then reintroduced this third strand back to the separated double helix matrix and spliced it in, which of course ultimately created a stronger super triple DNA helix within these chromosomes.
Darren was pre-med.
Was?
Dropped out.
Why?
I don't know, the parties were lame. Look, Laura, you know that we're only trying to help you, right?
Blah, blah, blah. Who's your cute little friend in the thrift store wardrobe?
Whoa, whoa. We're cool, right?
Right? I mean, look, I get it. You were brought to that clinic under false pretenses and you were experimented on without your
I
consent.
checked in a meth head. I checked out a vampire. Bonus.
Look, if you tell us where the others have taken Tesla, we might be able to reverse the process.
That's your pitch.
Yeah.
Rat out my friends. I get to go back to being an addict. telling you anything. And you can't make me.
Okay. Well, have it your way. Killer.
About time.
What are you gonna do, shoot me? I'll just heal again. I'm immortal.
If this gun was loaded with regular bullets, you'd be right. But these, sweetheart, are solid silver. Blessed by a priest with holy water from the Vatican.
Yeah, only us sanctified monster hunters get them.
I'd pump just one of these babies into your heart. What?
We found out where they're holding Tesla.
Oh, good. So the psychological approach worked.
I had my doubts.
But hey, result.
Yeah. Did you find anything interesting in Laura's blood?
Perhaps. Her mutated DNA shows a triple helix.
Translation, please.
Well, if I can find a way to break the peptide bond, I might be able to detach the third strand and undo Nikola's handiwork.
Tesla said he used the biotech developed for the super abnormal weapon. You think we can adapt it in some way?
Without Nikola's research, I'd be flying blind. We can't take that risk.
But you may be able to reverse the process.
May being the operative word. Nikola's really done it this time. His creations are better, stronger, even deadlier than he is. Conventional means of control are no longer sufficient.
What if we can't put the genie back in the bottle?
These people know what they are, and now they have Nikola.
What, you think they're gonna start pumping out vampires?
I do. And unless we find a way to stop them immediately, we could be looking at a full resurrection of the deadliest race of abnormals ever to roam the Earth. I know how Nikola thinks. He would never create something that he couldn't destroy, or at the very least control.
So you're saying there's a failsafe somewhere?
Like a kill switch that'll unvamp the vamps.
It makes sense. I mean, he'd never let his work get compromised.
Right, but what is it?
And where is it?
Didn't Tesla say the timeline for the vampires was like 30 years or something?
So he'd have to have hidden it somewhere that he could be certain would still be around then.
Right, someplace solid, secure, like a bank.
Or a vault?
A sanctuary. Damn it, that was the last Borges, and I was positive. Nikola so loves Jorge's a new refutation of time.
Hey, what about Trollop?
No, it's not his taste. Try Whitman. He went through a free verse phase for a while.
So that's Curie, Einstein, and Hawking down.
Nothing?
No hollowed out compartments, no hidden failsafe schematics. Just a bunch of wine stains on the first editions. Looks like Fangboy's a real slob. Hey! Not to be a Debbie Downer, but isn't this one hell of a long shot?
And the alternative? Exactly. Keep looking.
Hey. Over here.
What did you find?
It's what I didn't find. Dust. Squeaky clean.
The 45 Bordeaux. Bastard. That was a gift from Winston. Churchill. D-Day. Long story.
Now, either that's a lot of sediment, or...
Yeah, baby.
Great. What is it?
Must be some kind of weapon. Knowing Nikola.
So how do we figure out how to use it?
Well, that's quite simple. We ask the inventor.
Look, I know that you're pissed that we messed up your plan. But you gotta give us some credit. You know, thanks to what we've learned from your blood sample, it looks like we've cracked the code.
Well, forgive me if I don't applaud.
You know, by duplicating your experiment, I can turn anyone I want into a vampire. Unstoppable army, anyone?
God help us all.
I don't get you.
Isn't this what you wanted? The preeminent race reborn.
On my terms, not yours. See, kid, you've stolen my life's work, and you've destroyed my dream, but really, what's worse than all that, you little punk, is the arrogance to presume that you even have a clue what you're doing.
You still don't get it, huh, Gramps? We are your dream.
No, you're my nightmare.
You know, I really wanted us to work together. I did. You'd be my mentor. Teach us the ways of the race. I mean, all you want to do is bitch and moan. You know, you're just like my dad. My coaches and my profs. There's no sense of possibility. You know, you may be immortal, but you died a long time ago.
Do you have any idea who you're talking to here, huh?
Oh, right, the king of vampires. You're nothing but a giant pain in the ass. I'll see you next century.
What do you want? I mean, clearly, you're the man with the plan, so...
You call this a plan? Whatever happened to the good old stake through the heart?
Doesn't work.
What about all those movies like Buffy or...
Misinformation, propaganda. Spread by the vampires themselves. Confuse the enemy, preserve the race.
What about exposing them to sunlight or garlic?
All you get is tan vampires with bad breath.
Besides, we don't want to kill them. We want to help them.
No, I'm thinking kill them.
Yeah. Trust fund vampires? I'm thinking she's right.
Granted, but it wasn't their choice. They may be rich, spoiled, insolent children, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't save them. It's a terrible sales pitch.
Yeah. So it's just us against a bunch of badass, blood-sucking immortals, huh? Well, it's a good thing we have a magic glass stick that we don't know how to use. Otherwise, I would be worried.
All right.
You ever done this move before?
Are you kidding? I invented it.
Bram Stoker, alcoholic Irish hack. Bats indeed. Helen.
Nikola. Oh!
Struggle and he'll break your arms.
Look what we found.
Well, 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 the appetizers have arrived.
Well, this is the last time I come to your rescue.
I'm sorry to say that's true. Tie them up. And no feeding until I say. It's good to be king again.
If we ever get out of this alive, I'll kill him.
Me first.
Both of you, back of the line.
Well, it's about time.
Before you thank me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just saved all of your lives.
Really? You expect us to believe that?
What? You didn't believe that little display out there, did you know? That was just melodrama for the peanut gallery.
Then let's end this stupidity right now.
Yeah, untie us.
What is it with kids these days? All right, where is it? My failsafe, the 45 Bordeaux. Tell me you brought it.
You were taking an awful chance that we'd actually find it.
Yes, but Helen, we've known each other for 100+ years. I think I know your mind by now.
Left side.
I've often wondered what this moment would be like. Me, you tied up. It's a shame you brought the children.
Focus, Nikola.
Okay, so what is that thing?
I call it the Devamper.
You're a genius, and that is the best name you could come up with.
Watch it.
If this is some sort of weapon, what's its power source?
You're looking at him.
Fascinating. Now untie us.
Nah, you're safer tied up here.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna teach those kids some manners.
Oh dear. I think Nikola's about to bite off more than he can chew.
Hey.
You know, you have such command of the Queen's English. This thing works like a charm.
What happened?
You're fired.
Oh, this is driving me nuts. Okay, look. Why don't you try to reach?
Don't.
Just reach down
No.
to the knot. Can you feel it? Oh, crap.
Magnus.
I'm trying. Faster is better.
Hey, well done.
So anytime.
Unnecessary, but appreciated.
Welcome.
What the hell did you do to me?
You'll thank me in the morning. Sit, stay. You should have stayed in med school.
Nicely done.
It's all in the wrist action.
Hey!
Toss it over, I'll kill her.
Oh, not that old chestnut.
Put it down.
Trust me, son, this will all end in tears.
Do it!
Helen, I'm famished. Do you think you could light the barbecue?
Doubtful they're only tranks.
Pity. Perhaps I could help.
How very gracious of you.
Magnus, shoot him!
Shut up. Listen to me. I'll slice her, man.
Hey, Chad, my man, my bro. We can work this out. It's not too late to hit rewind.
Don't mess with me.
I'm sensing there's some anger here.
So, we were gonna rule the world together, huh?
See, the thing is, I'm more of a one-man show.
So this is all some sort of setup, huh?
Well, what can I say? Never trust anyone over 130. Helen.
Yep.
I can't.
Nikola.
I can't.
Well, I hope you're all happy now. I'm ordinary.
was looking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Will. You must be holding dinner for me.
Yeah, except it's 10 o'clock. Been in here for 6 hours.
Oh,
Have you gotten anywhere at least?
I'm afraid not. I've been trying to splice together Nikola's normal DNA with abnormal strands from Laura, but it's not working.
Well, can't you use his research to help?
I have been. His cells are rejecting the synthetic vector he created. I mean, quite simply, there's no way to reverse the effects of his devamper. Speaking of which...
He's in the lab with Laura. He's trying to cobble together an energy source with enough juice to power the devamper and that he can't do it himself. And I'm guessing he figured it out.
Well, I guess I better break the news to him. Could you send him to my office, please?
Yeah, sure. Hey, are you okay?
Hmm?
This really bothers you, doesn't it? The fact that you can't get his powers back.
No, it's not that.
Well, I should hope not. The guy's been a thorn in your side for, what, a century? Why are you working so hard to turn him back into a vampire?
Nostalgia, perhaps? With Watson and Griffin dying, John's departure, and now Nikola...
You're the last of the 5.
So?
Yes, it's done. Laura is back to her sniveling, spoiled self.
Oh. This may cheer you up.
Oh, the premier crew. You must be feeling guilty.
You can't seriously blame me for this.
Forgive me, Helen. It's just my soul-crushing depression talking. I'm not myself.
On the contrary, you are your real self again. Human. Mortal.
Watch your language.
I'm sorry, Nikola, but it's true. I've tried everything I can think of. There's simply no way to revamp you.
You see how this puts a crimp in my plans for world domination? Not to say I won't keep trying.
I would expect nothing less.
Very well. If this is to be a wake, then let's do it properly. Join me in a toast to happier times. To those halcyon days of bloodlust now gone. Plus, you gotta admit, vampires are just plain cool.
Amen.
Here's to the glorious vampire race, once mighty, now extinct. Well, I can work with that.